Hey guys. Hello, hello, hello. It is good to see you all. Arguably some of my favorite people in the whole world. Hello. Thank you for being with me right now. And for everybody who's all around the world, a hello to you as well. So thank you for joining me. We have a lot to talk about. This video is really about what my family has decided to do given everything that's going on with COVID. Omicron, the fact that Delta is still here, the fact that COVID cases are increasing literally all over the world. I'm going to tell you about that, but I'm also going to tell you not only what my family's decided to do, but what I will be doing, which may or may not be the same, and also a few exciting announcements for some festivities that I have planned for the page, which I'm so excited about. So you guys are coming on, and it's great to see you. Let me know if you are here, right, in the comments that you were here and where you're coming from. I just love it that you guys come from all over the world, and I'm so grateful for you. I'm not going to keep you waiting. Let me just tell you, we know that COVID cases have been increasing literally throughout the world. And I don't know about you, but I certainly feel literally in the last few days even that COVID cases, in terms of like the rate at which the COVID cases are rising, has sort of reached this sort of exponential rise that I feel like we hadn't seen in a while. And I'm not sure how you feel, but I feel a little bit like this almost feels like deja vu. Does it not? Like, does it not feel like last year, this time, kind of? Does it not feel like when we were going through, not quite March 2020, but there are some feelings about that, right? Like things are starting to shut down. Sports teams are canceling games. Saturday Night Live is not doing a live audience. Just there are things that are happening that feels very reminiscent of an earlier time. And for me, it's a little bit jarring, and it's unfortunate, and it's also disappointing and devastating. And I imagine it might be for you too. I don't know. Let me know in the comments how you guys are feeling. But we hope that this wouldn't be our situation, right? We hope that we would be past this. The truth of the matter is we're not. We have been, excuse me, but we're back there because we have variants, right? So I'll be honest with you. I bought my ticket to go home for Christmas, honestly, over a month ago. So just so you guys know, for those of you who don't know, I live in Philadelphia. My parents live in Nashville. My brother and sister-in-law and my two nieces, their two children, live in Atlanta. So that's my nuclear family. And then, of course, I have extended relatives that are in the South and sort of different places. But Thanksgiving, as you guys know, I was with my family. You guys probably saw the car ride when I was driving with my parents to visit my brother and sister-in-law. You were in the car with me and whatever. And I literally bought my ticket to come home for Christmas either that weekend or before that weekend or right afterwards, whatever. Because I was like, yes, it's on. But do you remember what happened Thanksgiving weekend? If you're anything like me, you might remember. And that was literally Omicron landed on the scene like a bad actor in a movie, like the villain in a Marvel comic, right? It literally landed on the scene. And one of the things we said in the beginning was, we don't know how this virus is going to act. We don't know if it's going to be more deadly, more dangerous or not, if it's going to spread more quickly or not. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if our vaccines are going to work or not. Just as a little primer, since I'm going to tell you what my family is going to do, let me just remind you where we are with Omicron right now. Let me start by saying there's just a lot we don't know. In my opinion, too much that we don't know, but all we can do is what we can do, right? Scientists are working furiously to figure this out. It seems like cases are overall milder, but I'll be honest with you, I think things could change at any moment, meaning we need more time to really make sure that holds up. It seems that in some cases, Omicron is evading, the two courses or the two doses of vaccines or the one dose of the Johnson & Johnson. That's why boosters are being recommended. The vaccines are still keeping us out of the hospital and reducing deaths and things like that. But we are seeing breakthrough cases, okay? There's just a lot happening. And then the transmissibility, it appears that Omicron is more highly transmissible, meaning it can spread easier and quicker than other variants that we've had. Hence the spike that we're seeing, hence the number of breakthrough cases. Literally, I'm seeing a ton of cases of COVID in the office now. Back to the story. So let's see, what day is today? 4 or 5 days ago, I started getting concerned. I was like, ooh, You know, it's like every day, like ticking up, like just a few more cases more. Like I was like, ooh. I called my dad and I was like, hey, Dad, I was like, you're following what's going on. He's like, yeah, I am, Jen. And I said, well, I don't know what we should do, but we'll keep watching and see. And I started feeling this, like I said, 4 or 5 days ago. And as every day went by and the cases started increasing, it became more and more apparent that we needed to have a family meeting. Now understand, my family is super close. We are tight. We are thick as thieves. We are so tight. And I want nothing more than to visit my brother and sister-in-law and my nieces. I would move in with them if I could. That's how amazing they are and how much I love them. My parents, I'd probably move back home if I could. Meanwhile, my mom was like, you need to find a husband. True. But anyway, my point being is we're very, very close. And even the thought of like not getting together for the holidays really even seemed like a devastating thought. And I was like, I can't even believe I'm thinking this way. We had a couple of family meetings. We talked over a number of days. We talked to each other. We talked separately. We talked together. And, you know, we basically came up with a decision as a family that we were going to forego spending this Christmas together. And we just decided this last night. And I'll be honest with you, I'm disappointed. I'm really, really sad. I've got to call the airline and figure out what they're doing for people who are not traveling due to COVID or who decided to change their plans due to COVID. I know they were doing something like in the beginning of the pandemic. I don't know if they're doing anything now. But I'm kind of devastated. And I was really looking forward. Like I literally had started like piling my things up in the hallway, things I wanted to pack for everybody, you know, things I wanted to bring home. Their gifts had already been shipped, but like, you know, my mom likes it when I bring her like little things. Like if I get like, I don't know, you know how like sometimes you get like freebies if you go to conferences or like things like that. Like I have like, I don't know, like just random things she loves. So I pile all that stuff together. Anyway, it's in the hallway. So, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty disappointed. I'm pretty devastated. But on the other hand, I actually don't feel like I feel like that's the right decision for us. And I'm also going to tell you what I think for you all. So let me be very clear. I'm not telling you this to tell you what I think you should do. Because I'll say this right now. I actually think differently than I did last year this time and that I have before. I think that in some cases, families can get together relatively safely. I do. I don't think that this situation this time around is a one size fits all. I think it depends. And I'll tell you some of the things that we were weighing when we decided as a family. And I'm talking to you guys to maybe help give you some insight or maybe just give you some ideas about things you can think about as you're making the decision with your family. And once again, there's no hate or shame. I'm not like, oh, you shouldn't be traveling. I don't know that I feel that way for everyone, right? So some things that we took into consideration is number one, my family, it's me in one household, my parents are in another household, my brother and sister, another household, and we are in 3 separate states. So we have not been able to quarantine together. We've all been very, very safe and very protected, meaning we all sort of follow the guidelines, et cetera. But, you know, that's sort of one factor. My parents are getting older. That's another factor. Another factor that you should always think about is sort of your risk tolerance level. The truth of the matter is, like I said before, I think some families can get together safely this holiday. Testing before they go, open windows, making sure that they're vaccinated and boosted, staying with people that they've sort of been in a bubble or quarantine with, or blah, 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 blah. Like if these are people you already see all the time, I mean, I don't know what the difference is, right? But the thing about it is you always have to weigh like what your risk tolerance is, what you're willing to risk, and understand that there are risks potentially with anything. So that sort of risk tolerance level should go into how you decide what you do for the holidays. That matters too. Underlying conditions of family members, anything and everything like that should play into your role. And I don't want to say there's no right or wrong answer, but I will say that I do think this holiday season, there's more than one right answer. I don't think that everyone needs to be locked down like we have been, at least in the States, the way we have been, as of today. I say that as of today because honestly, as you guys have figured out and you're seeing every single day, the case numbers change and we're learning more information. So the truth is, honestly, in 5 days, I might have a different opinion, but that's how you also have to take it, is take it day by day. Think about it day by day, because you may feel differently today than you do in 3 days or how you felt last week. Take into consideration who's vaccinated, if they're vaccinated. You may want to consider only being around those if they're vaccinated. In fact, that's what I would advise, to be honest with you, if you choose to be with other people. You want to think about if you have access to outdoor spaces and good ventilation and good masks, N95s. I'm going to start posting videos on mask wearing again, guys, because we're back there, having good N95s or KN95s or double masking. So I'm throwing all of this out to sort of jog your mind and your memory to let you know that as you're talking to your family members and thinking about what you do for the holidays, I want you to really think about this from a holistic perspective, because this is not necessarily a one size fits all. And it may very well be different in 3 or 4 days when we get closer to the actual holidays, etc. Okay? So, as I mentioned, my family, we're not getting together this holiday. So what that means, and I don't know if I'd like to say lucky you, but you may not feel that way. Lucky me, rather. Since I will be in Philadelphia, I have decided that I'm making a list of projects that I've been wanting to do and try, and I'm going to be doing them, and I might just be bringing you all on for the ride. First and foremost, I have purchased like 3 or 4 or 5 different eyeshadow palettes literally in the last week or two. I don't know why. I watch too many YouTube videos on makeup. So this is a new palette that I bought from Huda Beauty, which I love. You might see me talking about makeup one day. If you do, just be like, oh yeah, that's Dr. Jen. She's at home alone by herself. The other thing is, I've also been wanting to try some festive holiday cocktails that are non-alcoholic mocktails, because that's sort of a big thing now. I love alcohol. I mean, I shouldn't say it like that, but I love wine, but it gives me a really bad headache, so I really can't drink. So I'm doing mocktails, so I might bring you in on that. I want to know in the comments, guys, for those of you who are on, and I appreciate you being here, what are you doing for your holidays? Have you decided yet? Are you still in the process of deciding? Please let me know what is happening in your neck of the woods, because you may give someone else who's listening and watching some guidance about what they want to do or should do, okay? Let me make a couple of announcements though, okay, that I'm super excited about. A couple things we are going to do, because I will be here for the holidays. For those of you who are part of my Dr. Jen Superstars group, and for those of you who are not part of this group, I invite you to join. By the way, there's a pinned comment right underneath this video, and you can see links to like my Instagram and to get my free health newsletter and stuff like that. So please join and sign up for that so we can stay connected. But Dr. Jen Superstars is a subscription group that I have here on Facebook. It's a monthly subscription fee, so it's totally optional for you, but we are a tight-knit group. And last year during the pandemic, because we were all on lockdown, I did a holiday party for the Superstars on Thanksgiving. We did Thanksgiving and we did Christmas via Zoom, and we played games. It was like a cocktail party. We played games. I gave away prizes and stuff like that. Well, now that I'm going to be in town here for Christmas, I am reviving the Dr. Jen Superstars holiday party. Whether you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or nothing at all, if you're interested, please consider joining the Dr. Jen Superstars so you can get that exclusive invite. We'll be doing a Zoom. Hopefully it'll be moderated by my brother, because my brother moderated the one last year. He did it from long distance because he knows all the Zoom stuff. So it was neat having him part of it. And we'll be doing prizes, and you'll get to meet each other and stuff. So I would love to see you guys. And finally, the last announcement I wanted to make was because even though COVID cases are going up, there's still a lot to be thankful for. I am so thankful for all of you all, and all of the stars that you send really help keep this operation moving and moving forward. I can't thank you enough. So I've decided that for the person, or maybe even people, I don't know, I might pick 1, 2, or 3. I'm not sure. I'll decide. But for the top star senders for the month of December, they will get prizes, okay? And I'll release some more information about that in the coming days. But it's just to thank you all for the stars that you give, and you give so freely, and I can't thank you enough. So, and thank you all for all of you who are giving stars on this broadcast. But yes, it's for stars, and Facebook has a way of showing me who sends how many stars through, like, over time. So it's not just for the broadcast, so I can see. So yes, those who give the most stars will get a prize exclusively directly from me. So, just trying to find a way to make this situation a little bit more cheery, guys. There's a lot going on. I know this feels probably a little scary to you. It feels a little scary to me. It feels a little bit like deja vu, but I always say we're going to get through this. What is really, really important is that you think about yourself and how you fit into the larger picture. Think about yourself, make sure that you're vaccinated, that you are boosted if you're eligible, that the people around you are. Make sure your kids are if they're eligible. Make sure your family members are, that they are boosted, etc. Please do that. Think about for the holidays what really is the right thing for you and your family. And I'll be honest, it's probably going to be different for a lot of different families, depending on how close you are in proximity. If you've been together this whole, COVID period, what the deal is, underlying conditions, all of that you need to weigh. And, that's my thought about this right now. Again, it might change as we get closer to the holiday, and if it does, I'll let you know. But that's how we are right now. So like I said, let me know what you guys are doing. Also, I see some of you writing that you guys are buying testing kits. That is something I would absolutely advise you to do. I recently posted a video on how to do a home COVID test, just so you could see how it's done and you could see it's super simple and super easy. If you can get your hands on them, not even kidding you, if you can get your hands on COVID tests at home, like from CVS or Rite Aid or whatever, get them. Don't stockpile them because we want there to be some for other people, but get them and have them, okay? And make sure that you're using them before you get together with other people, if that's what you choose to do. By the way, those would make great Christmas gifts, right? Because they're so hard to find. Oh, gosh. Just wanted to kind of let you guys know that this is what I'm doing. If you have any questions for me about my family's decision and all that good stuff, please let me know. For those of you who send stars during this broadcast, I'll respond to you personally. And like I said, for those of you who send stars throughout the month of December, those top star senders will get prizes directly from me. Also, finally, guys, before we go, let me know who's gotten your vaccines and your boosters. We are always trying to encourage that. I do daily videos on this stuff to make it easier for you guys and to encourage you to do it. And also check out my group called I Got the COVID Vaccine, which is in the pinned comment. That way you can share your vaccine story with other people. You can tell other people what you've gone through, how easy peasy it was, all that good stuff. Just remember, I love you guys. The name of the game is to stay safe through all this. As I said, and I've said for the last couple of years, we will get through this together. Know that I really appreciate you, and I just want you to be safe. And we just need to nip this COVID in the bud, and we're going to keep trying, okay? And it's going to be day by day. Stay in touch with me. There'll be more videos for the rest of the day and every day, because you know how I do. Anyway, guys, join us over at Dr. Jen Superstars if you want. We would love to see you. Guys, I love you. I'm Dr. Jen. Bye.